All right, we are back. This is NHL 20 Franchise Mode Calgary Flames. This is episode number 36. Yes, welcome back to our franchise mode here at the Calgary Flames, and welcome into the 2023-24 calendar year, or season, I should say, as we are set to continue our franchise mode here with the Calgary Flames in what is our, is this our fifth straight year? I believe it is. This is our fifth full year as GM of the Calgary Flames. Yes, it is. And we are still trying to win that elusive Stanley Cup. Obviously, if you watch the last few episodes, we know that last year was not a good year at all. Didn't even make the playoffs after, how many consecutive years of making it. I think we made it to the second round in our first 2 years, Western Conference Finals in our third year. Horrible step back last year, which we didn't make the playoffs, had just a horrible year all around. But we're back here for our fifth season, still trying to win that Stanley Cup. So, just to catch you up to speed again, go back and watch those last couple episodes, at least the last episode, episode 35. We started our season. We got about a month and a half of simming. You can see we're on the 17th of November here. We sit fifth. But again, look at the points on the right side of the column there. 22, we're tied with San Jose, who's actually fourth, 1 point back of Anaheim, who is at third. So, we're just a point out of third in our division. Edmonton and Vegas leading our division there, 26. Looking at Arizona below us, just at 20, as well as Vancouver. So, we're possibly 2 points from, being seventh in our division. It's a tight division, and you'll remember, again, if you watched last year, our division was separated at the end of the year. It was separated by, I believe, 5 or 7 points from first to dead last, where we technically finished. We were, 2, 3, 4 more wins. We could have been winning our Pacific Division title. Instead, we finished dead last year in our division. But again, it was just so tight. 5 or 7 points decided our entire division, So, it's going to be another tight race in our div again this year. So that means those divisional games are very, very important. I think we've had a couple already, but we got a few coming up here. As you can see, Vancouver, Edmonton there. So a couple of big ones coming up here in the latter half of this month and into December as we're going to continue our simming. Just quickly here, started off with a divisional win against Vegas here to kick off the season. We went 6-3 and 1 or 2 in the month of October, not too bad. But then we started this month of November here against Carolina, and like I said, we got up to this game against Florida, and in that time, I believe we went 3, 4, and 2 or something like that. Again, just spitballing here. Let me take a quick look here. There's 3 wins. Yeah, so 3, 4, and 2. 3, 4, and 2 here in this little short half of November. So you can see, yeah, that's obviously not a good record to have in the month of November. After we did okay in October, again 6-3 and 2 or whatever it was there in October is not bad. But that 4-3-2 here in the start of November is definitely the reason we sunk. We were actually number 1 in our division for I think most of the month of October. Now you'll remember last year, that's when a lot of things happened as well. We did have a really good month. I want to say that we were maybe like 6-4 and 2 or something in October last year, and then things really turned around in the month of November in a negative way, obviously, and we ended up dead last in our division. We ended up not being able to get out of the basement of our division for most of the season. We ended up firing our entire coaching staff exactly 1 year ago here in November. Actually, I think it was the 20th of November last year, or the 21st, and we're on the 17th, so it was almost exactly a year ago in which we decided to blow it up and fire our entire coaching staff. We made a trade shortly after that to bring in Josh Manson. So it's almost been a year since that. You'll remember that we lost like 9-0 or something to the Toronto Maple Leafs, so we just decided to blow it up. And we tried to fix our team last year, but it still wasn't enough. Obviously we weren't able to, like I said, climb out of that last couple spots in our div, even right down to the wire when we were trying to make the playoffs. We finished, if you didn't watch last year, not only was our division separated by 7 points or something like that, and we did technically finish dead last, but we were also, I think, 2 points out of a playoff spot. Like, had we won one more game, had we won 2 more games, I think we would have been in a playoff spot for sure. Had we won one more game, we would have been tied for a playoff spot, something like that. Now, I don't think we had the tiebreaker, so we would have had to win at least 2 more games. But 2 more games, that's crazy. That's all it took last year to make the playoffs. Instead, we finished dead last in our division. It just speaks to how close our division was. And like I said, I think it was about 5 or 6 more wins throughout the entire season. We could have been first in our division. So that's how tight it was. But yeah, anyways, you'll remember last year at this point, this is when things really, hit the fan and took a turn for the worse. So we can't let that happen. It's not been a good start here to the month of November. We stopped the simming, like I said, about halfway through this month. Again, we'll take a quick look here at November. But we stopped it because we want to fix things here, and I'll show you in a second. We started off with a couple wins here in the month. First of all, we ended last month off with a big divisional loss. We needed that one against Vegas. Like I said, our division's going to be so tight again this year. We need every divisional win in regulation. I know it's early on. We got to be winning every divisional game, so that hurt. Then we got a couple of wins to start off the month, which was good. And then an OT loss here, a shootout loss here. So still picking up points, non-divisional teams, which is okay. But then we just went on a bit of a losing streak here, 4-game losing streak, in fact. Winnipeg, Dallas, and then a big divisional loss against San Jose, and a loss against Colorado here. So 4 losses in a row. That's all it took. That really hurt us, including, if you want to include this loss, 5 losses in a row, even though we did pick up a point in Chicago. 5-game losing streak here, in the beginning of this month. We did turn it around to finish off the last episode with a win against Florida. But still, this 5-game losing streak here, definitely hurting us. Actually, 6 games. Sorry, I didn't even look at the Columbus one. 6-game losing streak. Again, we picked up points in this Columbus and Chicago game, but sorry, that's still 6-game losing streak, including 2 big divisional losses in the last couple of weeks there against San Jose and Vegas. So 6-game losing streak is not what you want to do. That really saw us sink. Like I said, I think we were first and we sunk now down to 5th. Things obviously got to change. So in terms of where they got to change, let's take a quick look at quickly now that we're 20 games in. 20 games into the regular season. So let's take a quick look at 20 games in the regular season. So let's take a quick look at our players now. You're going to look at our offense in a second. Our offense is down quite heavily again this year, which is not a good sign. But this is a quick look at who's our leaders. Obviously, Nathan MacKinnon, who was our big added free agency. We thought he was going to be the piece that maybe puts us over the top, to win the Stanley Cup this year. We have a really good elite core. We just needed that superstar piece to put us over the top again. Made a lot of references in the last episode of our team to the Toronto Raptors, in 2019 when they had Kawhi Leonard. McKinnon's kind of like Kawhi Leonard. We had a good enough team to probably win a championship, but McKinnon's that piece that's going to definitely put us over the top. Could be our MVP, and obviously, as we know for the Raptors, it definitely worked out for them. Obviously, a lot of difference between basketball and hockey, but it's kind of similar in the terms that McKinnon could be that piece for us. So he is leading the way, just like we expected him in his first 20 games as the Calgary Flames. 20 points in 20 games, not bad for Nathan MacKinnon. He's been actually our best player, obviously by far. +2 rating there in the top line, playing with, I believe, Goudreau and Lindholm. Again, we're going to get to our lines here in a second. Hannafin's leading the way in our defensive core and second in our team in points, 16. They're not bad. But again, you can see that McKinnon's our only player that's a point a game. Nobody's over a point a game. We need more guys that are at least a point a game. There's Hannafin, 16. Johnny Gaudreau, like I said, top line there, 14 points in 20 game. Not bad, but we need to see a lot more of Johnny Gaudreau here, offensively. You'll notice that for a lot of our players. Same with Monahan, who just signed a $6 year, $10 million per season contract in the offseason with us as well. He needs to do a little bit more. I know he's on the second line now, not playing with Gaudreau, but we need to see more out of him. Just 12 points there. Just 12 points for Elias Lindholm as well. 11 points for Kachuk and a -2 rating on that second line. Valimaki there, who's back on the top pairing, 9 points. Valimaki's more of an offensive defenseman as well, so could see a little bit more out of him. But Hannafin is getting the points done on that pairing. Sam Bennett, 7 points, who's on our third line. So we're missing a couple guys from our second line in there. Rasmus Anderson, 7 points. There's Max Domi. He should be on our should be a lot higher playing on our second line. -2 rating for Domi as well. Dubé -6. That's not looking good here at all. -4 for Anderson as well. Just 7 points. Mikhail Bodker, 6 points. He's just a third line filler. Manson there, not supposed to do a lot. And then this is the fourth line and Arnberg down here. So, there's a few guys down here that expecting a lot more, especially Domi, especially Kachuk, Lindholm. And then, of course, our big guns like Gaudreau and Monahan. McKinnon's doing the job. We just need to see better out of all those other guys. We need to step up our offense all around. Again, we're just like last year. We're not getting it done offensively. And you'll see that reflect in our team stats here in a second. Not bad for Binghamton through the first 19 games. 900, 291. Like to see him a little bit higher over 900. Again, a bit of an off year last year for him. I hope that's not going to be a second consecutive year in which he has a bit of an off year. Let's actually go to his stats here. Yeah, so last year he went 9-1-1 through 80 games. Not bad, but kind of down from his year before where he won the Vezina at 9-2-1. 238 goals against. 906 with St. Louis, 926, 92, yeah. That's in the AHL. So, yeah, he started off with a 926, 906, 906. So he's around, somewhere between 906 to 926 in his St. Louis tenure. Did have a 921 season, like I said, with us, but then took a bit of a step back last year. Actually better than in some of those years in St. Louis. Again, when you're looking at the save percentage here, which we're looking at. But yeah, I want to see, obviously, this is, when you look at all of his NHL seasons here, this currently is his worst year, but again, it's only 19 games in. I think he was worse at this point last year than he was now, but just a quick dissect there. Still 86, still an elite goaltender, still a Vezina caliber goaltender, just needs a little bit slightly better out of him through 19 games there. 906 for his backup there in Jake Allen. He's had a small taste of action here. I'm still going to be riding Binghamton a lot, though, this season. That is the plan. So, yeah, let's get quickly into our team stats here, just to show you why and, we are where we are. And this is a big reason why. And this is where we're going to go make changes. So, let's look at goals for per game, as mentioned. You can see San Jose leading the way in goals for per game. But when we go, this is this goals for per game? Yeah, goals for per game, 3.263. You can see there we are. With a 265 goals per game. Actually, we're in the top, or bottom half, sorry. Yeah, this is going from the bottom. So let's go to the top here. Oh, sorry, this is our division. I was like, what the hell is going on? All right, let's go like this. I was like, why is it not? We're in the bottom 6, I think. I already looked at it, so I was kind of wondering. Toronto leads the way. Sorry, Toronto, and of course Tampa. They lead the way. Andrew Mangiapane, who's now a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and the Leafs are leading the way there. But yeah, if you look at the bottom half here, there we are. So yeah, you can see we're the 6th worst in the NHL in terms of goals for per game. 265. Yeah, so not averaging the best. Now, Edmonton does lead our division with a 262, but yeah, 265. We need to be better than that. We can't be in the bottom, the bottom half at all, especially if we want to be a cup contender. We have to be in the top half, at least the top half of the league in all of these categories. And we're definitely in we're not only in the bottom half, we're in the bottom 10, bottom 6 in goals for per game. So it's not getting it done again. We're going to have to make some lineup changes here. Find a way to get our offense going, because again, this is exactly what happened last year. We have such an elite offensive team on paper. They're just not getting it done. Now, it's a good thing we have McKinnon, because without McKinnon, it would probably be a lot worse right now than that. So we need to fix that for sure. Goals against per game. We're averaging 3 goals against per game. Again, this is the best goals against per game. This is the worst goals against per game. And when we go from the worst to the best, you can see we're about the middle of the pack here. Where are we? We're somewhere in the middle. So yeah, about 15th roughly. I didn't count it, but we're about in the middle of the pack there in terms of goals against. Could be better, but again, halfway through, through 19 games, we'll see. Again, I think that's a big reflection on Jordan Binghamton. If he picks it up, we can be a little bit better at that. But yeah, not bad right now. We just got to worry about putting the puck in the net. Power play, though. Special teams. This is where it gets bad. Special teams. Let's go. Best special teams there in terms of power play. Worst special teams. There we are. Second worst in the league at 8.8%. Again, with the offensive weapons that we have, how on earth are we 8.8% on the PEP? 5 power play goals through 57 tries is not good enough. My God, we got to be way better at that. Now, we did start with, really randomized power play units. We're going to completely shake that up now, because our power play is not getting it done. So second worst. When we go to PK, it's not much better. PK is third worst. Again, this is worst to best. Third worst PK in the league. Again, we just put our best defensive players on our PK, our best defensive forwards and our best defensive defensemen. Now we're going to have to shake it up again, because something's not getting done on both the power play and the PK. We should be a lot higher in both these categories. We have really elite offensive players on our team, a lot more than a lot other teams have, and we have a lot more elite defensive players on our team than a lot of the other teams have. So, there's no reason for it. Like, our PP and our PK should be close to the top of the league in both categories, because we have the players. Again, go look. You can't do this, but if we went to look at all of our all the different teams, if we went and viewed the lines on all the different teams, we have one of the best rosters, we are listed as a championship team, and there's only a few other teams that are listed as a championship team. And I believe Toronto and Tampa were two of those teams, and they're currently 1-2 in the NHL. So for us being listed as a championship team, it's kind of embarrassing, to say the least, that we're where we are in the standings and where we are when it comes to special teams. I mean, we should be a lot higher. So, but again, 20 games in, we have a lot of time to turn this thing around. So, and we can't let it get to what it was last year. So this is, again, we have not touched our line since opening day through the first 20 games. Obviously, we're going to have to make some changes. The biggest thing, like I said, offense is not getting it done. Special teams is not getting it done. So we are going to switch a lot of things up here. So first of all, we have to switch up our general 5-on-5 lines, because we need to start clicking a little bit more offense. You know what we're going to do is we're going to, no, I don't want to, I was going to take Gaudreau off of McKinnon's line, but right now what I think we're going to do is put Domi up there for sure, see if Gaudreau McKinnon can click, but again, if they're not going to, in the next little bit here, we have to put Gaudreau back with Monahan. We have to get things going. We'll try just one change on the top two, just changing the right wingers around, see if they can pick it up. But again, if we see in the next few games here that nothing's happening, we got to make some major changes. I kind of want to. You know what? No, let's do this. Let's put Gaudreau on the second line with Monahan. Let's put Kachuk up there with McKinnon and Lindholm. Let's try switching the left wingers around instead of the right wingers around. For now, let's just try this. We'll put Gaudreau back with Monahan. We'll pair McKinnon with Kachuk and Lindholm. We got to get something going here. We really do. Dubé, like I said, this third line has not been good defensively. Again, that's a little bit. Bodker's not too big of the reason, but he could be a bit more of a help. Dubé's really struggling, but 84. He's our best player in this bottom six. We can't really do much there. Yeah, we don't have a good enough. We don't really have a good bottom six. So we can't do too much down here. We could take Bodker or Bennett off of that line, but it's not going to do much. Bennett, Dubé, Bodker are our best players to be on the third line. They're better than these guys. We can try Phillips up there, who's an 81. Yeah, we can try that. Let's try Bennett as fourth line center. I know Bennett's been okay there with, 6.5 points there, and a 0 rating. I don't know. I just feel like we can do a little bit better. Maybe try Bennett there. Try Phillips as a left winger instead. Again, we have a lot of centermen. Bennett could be a centerman. Right now, we just got to play with different combinations. Who's our extra guy here that can maybe come in as well? Let's go to scratches. Let's throw Zarnik in here. Zarnik's actually a centerman, so let's do that. Let's throw Zarnik in there and put Bennett on the right wing. Sure, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's throw Zarnik in there. Let's get something going here. Just switch up our offense, get it going. We won't touch our defense too much. Like I said, goals against has been okay. Top four, you can't really do too much. We'll leave it as is. Let's go to special teams and get this done really quickly here. Sorry. All right, so the biggest things are power play and PK. We got to make drastic changes here. So let's get Johnny up here. Let's get Monahan there. Let's stack the top forwards, and then let's bring in Yusuf Valimaki. So let's go Hanif and Valimaki. We're going to go back to two defensemen, 89 and 89, both elite offensive defensemen. They're two-way defensemen, but they have elite offensive capabilities. Gaudreau, McKinnon, Monahan are three best forwards, 90, 94, 91. We are stacking this top unit with going back to two defense. That will allow us to go back to, just switch things up down here. We can go Kachuk, Domi, Lindholm up here. Dubé's been struggling. Let's maybe take Dubé out. I don't know who we can put in here, though. I don't want to put Manson in because he's not offensive. What we could do is we could double shift McKinnon. He's our elite player. Why don't we do that? Let's put double shift McKinnon, so he'll play the top unit on the top pairing, or the number one center, I should say, and then you'll play the second unit, as a defenseman, and come in on the power play here. So yeah, you see it a lot with it. Most recently with Washington, with all those years with Ovechkin, they always kept Ovechkin out for the entire power play. He was on the top unit and the second unit. Let's do that. We got a superstar, we got an elite superstar. Let's do that. Let's let's double shift him. He's the only player that's kind of getting it done, so why not put him out there? And again, just make drastic changes to these power play units, as you just seen. We have to switch something up here. We won't touch the 4-man unit right now. But we will obviously do the PK. Like I said, this is what gave us our best overall defense. But we have to switch something up here. So let's try. I wonder we should go Monahan McKinnon. Again, I'm looking a little bit at the line chemistry, but again, I don't know how much that affects it right now. What if we put Dubé up there? Yeah, I mean, it's not... this is tough. We're going to have to switch up our defense here. Let's get Josh Manson on the top pairing. He's our best defensive defenseman. When do we go Manson Hannafin? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to switch things up here right now. Because our PK's got to be better. Again, we're going to watch it now, but remember that our PK was third worst in the, or second worst in the league, and our power play was third worst in the league, something like that. Or sixth worst, something like that. So we got to switch it up. All right, we'll just try these little changes for now. Again, we'll put Manson up here with maybe Hannafin. Just try. I don't know what to do about that line chemistry. It's not changing. These are our best defensive players. I can't go putting other players in. I mean, we can later, but right now that's our best defensive players. We'll keep bringing to the net, and yeah, that's that. So let's go like that. So we made some major changes, if you will. Definitely major changes to our special teams, and a bit of a major change putting Gaudreau back with Monahan and putting Tkachuk up there with McKinnon. Make a bit of a change there as well as on our bottom six, putting Phillips up on the third line with Dubé and Bodker, and throwing Bennett down with bringing in Zarnik. So we made quite a few changes here at the 20-game mark, but like I said, we have to turn things around. So let's hope that these are the right changes, and we're going to have to continue to make changes and just experiment. So let's get right back into the simming here. I know that's a lot of talking to start this episode and a lot of babbling on, but we had to really see that, where we are and why we're where we are. We just basically, the main thing is we don't want the same thing like happened last year to happen again this year, and we're at the same mark. So give me a second here. I need to take a drink. Whoa. All right. So yeah, let's get right into simming here. Fix that microphone. Right back in the simming here. Let's start with the Dallas Stars. So again, about halfway through this month, in which we went 3-4-2 or 1 roughly, again, just spitballing. But yeah, 6-game losing streak there prior to that win against Florida, including some divisional losses in there. So we definitely want to pick it back up. And we got, like I said, some big divisional games now left in this month against Vancouver and Edmonton. So we got to be winning here. So let's start this game against Dallas. Their new look lines, if you will, and see if we can kind of turn it around here early in the month of November. Here we go. First period, 1-0. A goal from Tkachuk now on that top line with McKinnon, and a goal from Rope Hintz. Here we go. Second period. Come on, Flames, nothing. Need a big third period here. We need these 2 points. Come on, Calgary. Yeah, we do get it. Nice. McKinnon and Johnny Gaudreau. All right, so our new look top 6 looks okay. All of our scoring coming from our top 6, Gaudreau, McKinnon, and Tkachuk. Like I said, Tkachuk now with McKinnon, Gaudreau now back with Monahan. So yeah, we'll see there. Lindholm goes 2 points there. That's nice to see Gaudreau, Tkachuk, and then yeah, onward. So McKinnon there, a point, an assist, I should say, or a goal, I should say, in 27 minutes. Monahan didn't have a point, but pluses, that's what you want to see there in the right category. Binghamton goes 9-4 on. Much better night from Binghamton. Well, we've seen that a lot of Binghamton, though, where he's been inconsistent. Has good nights, then he has okay nights, then good nights, then not so good nights. So just need a little bit more consistency out of Binghamton. Excuse me. All right, so now we get up to back-to-back wins, which is nice. After, like I said, after that 6-game losing streak here. Now we get up to a couple divisional games in a row. 3 divisional games, actually, as you can see. So Vancouver, Edmonton, and then back-to-back against Anaheim. Let's just take a quick look at our division. Oh my God, how did we sink down to 7th? Again, we just won back-to-back games, but we've sunken down to 7th. But again, look at 24 points for us, 24 for San Jose, Arizona, Vancouver's at 24. So we're actually technically tied with Vancouver for that last playoff spot, who we play right now. And then Anaheim's just a point ahead of us and Vancouver. The Golden Knights for second are just 2 points. That's how tight this division is. Edmonton just 2 more points ahead of Vegas. It is insanely tight. So, 1 win here and we can bolt back up the standings. And we need this one because, obviously, like I said, we're tied with Vancouver. But we need these next 3 because even look where Edmonton and Anaheim are. We need 6 points in these next 3 games, and we basically need to give up 0 points to the other teams. Not going to be easy to go perfect 3-0-0 in the next 3 games. It's easier said than done, but we have to find a way to do it. Especially after that 6-game losing streak in this month, especially after those losses against divisional teams earlier in this month. We almost have to win these 3 games in regulation. We've got no choice. So, this is going to be tough if we don't. Even if we lose one of them. It's going to be hard, but we got to just jump right in here and win these 3 games. There's just no other way to put it. So here we go. Come on, Calgary. Flames, Canucks. Here we go. Massive divisional game. First period, nothing. Second period, come on, Calgary. Yes, there we go. Johnny Gaudreau. Hang on in the third period. Hang on in the third period. Come on, Calgary. Yes, there you go. Nathan McKinnon. Probably gets an empty net of there. 2-0. We shut out the Canucks, but that's just 1 of 3. We need to win the next 2 just like that. But a good night there for a shutout for Bennington. Gaudreau and McKinnon lead the way. 28 save performance, for Jordan Bennington for the shutout. But we need to, and yeah, look at that. 1 win, and we bolt up from 7th to 3rd in our division. That's how crazy it is. We don't give the Canucks any points. We let them drop to 6th. We jump up to 3rd. We still, it's a tight division. It's insanely tight. So let's go up to this Edmonton game, and then we got Edmonton and Anaheim back-to-back. All right. And then we got a couple East teams to finish off this month. So let's take another updated look. And now we've dropped down to 4th because Anaheim's jumped up to 3rd. Edmonton is still 2 points ahead of us. So with a win here, we can actually tie Edmonton and Vegas for the division lead and leapfrog the Anaheim Ducks. We do have 2 games at hand on Edmonton and a game at hand on Anaheim, and then we play Anaheim right after this. So, we're playing the 2 teams in front of us. This is insane. But again, we basically need to replicate what we just did against Vancouver. We need these wins in regulation. We really will sink in the standings once again if we don't. Because again, we're only 2 points ahead of Vancouver, Arizona, and San Jose. So, behind us, in front of us, it's just a massive logjam. It's not even funny. But we need these wins in regulation. So here we go. Need to get this divisional win against Edmonton. Battle of Alberta. I believe this is the first Battle of Alberta of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So here we go. Flames and Oilers. Come on, Calgary. In regulation, please. There we go. Starts off with a 1-0 win. 1-0 lead, I should say, by Nathan McKinnon. Second period, come on, Flames. Nothing. Third period, just hang on. Just hang on. Come on, Calgary. Come on. Yes! There we go. Johnny Gaudreau twice in that period. So just like against Vancouver, the only goal scorers in the game are Gaudreau and McKinnon. Instead, 2-0 this time. We win 3-0. It's back-to-back shutouts against division opponents for Jordan Bennington as well. Much better turn of events here after that 6-game losing streak. 2-goal night for Gaudreau, 2-point night for Monahan. Again, looking at our top 6, our new look top 6, it's looking good. We're in the pluses, and they're producing. Bottom 6 has done absolutely nothing in the last couple of games, but as long as we're getting the wins right now, it's all that matters. So we might throw Phillips back onto the 4th line. We'll see here in a second. Another 29 save shutout performance for Jordan Bennington. Back-to-back shutouts for Bennington. And they couldn't have come against bigger opponents. And look at that. Now we are first in our division with that win. So we do leapfrog the Oilers, who we beat. We tie them, and we tie Vegas, and we leapfrog Anaheim, and we have a chance to kind of pad our lead here as Anaheim's just 1 point back of us now, and we have our chance to gain a little bit more traction here with a win against Anaheim. Again, this is another must-win. It's been perfect so far in this little 3-game stretch. We need this win against Anaheim in regulation. We need it. So here we go. Let's finish off this little 3-game stand against our division. Again, just have to get all 3 of these wins. That's how tight our division is. Again, I know it's early, but we saw how big of a log we saw last year. All you need to know is just last year. What happened last year with our division? You need to take advantage of these games. So here we go. Anaheim, Calgary, first period. Oh, they got a 2-1 lead after 20. Didn't want to see that. Andres Case, Daniel Sprong. We do get a goal once again from McKinnon, who's been hot. Need a big second period here, Calgary. Come on, big second period. Fuck's sakes. Come on, Calgary. How do you let them score twice? Brendan Gurley here scoring. We have to come back in the third. 3 goals here in the third, 4 goals. Don't know if it's going to happen. Come on, Calgary. It does not happen. They beat us 5-2. So we get a goal from Lindholm on the PP, but they eventually win this one. So that's like I said, we even lose one of these, that's definitely going to hurt. So that does hurt. Let's look at our minuses here. Top pairing really had a bad game there. -4 for Valimaki Hannafin. Second line had a bad game as well. Gaudreau, Monahan. Domi, not looking good. Dubé, not good. Yeah, we'll have to switch that third line back. Bodker, Phillips. Oh, could have been a good night if we would have or a good stretch that we would have won that game. And again, now we jump back down to 4th. I mean, you've seen it. Now we just played 3 games in a row, and you just seen we went from 7th to like 4th to 1st, back to 4th. Like, I mean, we're just going to jump all over in our division, especially with these divisional games. That stinks. We now surrender 1st place back to Edmonton. Anaheim does jump us by a point. We're now tied with Vegas. Vancouver and San Jose are just 2 points ahead of us. Arizona's 4 points behind us. I mean, it is insane. So, I mean, it's still a logjam. It's going to continue to be a logjam. Now that we don't have any more divisional games for a little bit here, at least I think so, we can start just worrying about winning games. Yeah, we got some big Eastern games coming up. Big stretch here. We got Ottawa, Florida, Buffalo, Boston down there, Rangers, Winnipeg, and then we get into the month here of December. Then we do have a divisional game here against LA, but then Pittsburgh, Winnipeg, Nashville, Chicago, Minnesota. So let's try and sim this month of December at least, and then there'll be a big divisional game. 3 big divisional games: Arizona, Vancouver, and Vegas, kind of to end off the month. So, but we need to worry about winning these, just getting every 2 points we can at this point on. So, let's quickly go in here and just our bottom 6 has not been effective in these last 3 games at all. So let's just throw Bennett back up here. Or not Dubé. What am I doing? Dubé there. Phillips back down here at the center position. Throw Zarnik there. Bennett back up there. So we'll go back with Bennett, Dubé, Bodker. Throw Zarnik with Phillips and Wilson. And just see if we can get some going here. Top 6 has been okay in the last 3 games. They've been producing. They've been in the pluses. So we'll leave it as is right now. Like I said, just a bad game for Hannafin Valimaki in the last game. But we'll leave it as is right now. And let's just try and continue to get points. So here we go. Let's power through some simming here and just try and get, like I said, as many points as we can. Avoid those losing streaks. And the best thing right now would be to go on winning streaks. We haven't actually gone on a massive winning streak in a very long, like it's been years. We didn't go on one at all of last year. Being as an elite of a team as we are, we should be able to go on a few big winning streaks. And we haven't really gone on any long winning streaks in a while, so it'd be nice to start one of those, especially now. So let's play back-to-back games here. I think we might throw Jake Allen in for the second game here, but let's throw Binghamton here against Ottawa first period. 3-0 Flames. Bodker, Domi, Kachuk. That's what you want to see. Second period, we added another goal. Phillips. They get a goal from Lucas Raymond. And third period, oh my God, they make it close. Colin White and Logan Brown. We still get the 2 points though. That's a little bit closer than I wanted, but we still got the 2 points thanks to a really good third period. 2-point night for Domi, 2-point night for Lindholm, and onward. And then Binghamton 903. Okay night there for Jordan Binghamton. We'll take it. It's a win. Like I said, it's right now it's just about the 2 points, and winning. All right, so here we go. Florida. Let's throw Jake Allen in again. Let's just try and see what he can do. Because we didn't throw him in for the last back-to-back there against our own division against Edmonton, Anaheim, because I wanted to win that. Look at these pairs of back-to-backs here that we have. All right, Florida. I believe we beat them already once this year. We just beat them, at the end of the last episode. Let's see if we can get 2 more points here. Calgary, Florida. 1-0 Flames. That's what you want to see. McKinnon, second period. Yes, 4-1 Flames. Domi twice. Bodker in there as well. Do we hang on in the third? Again, we do. They get a goal from Owen Tippett. We get one from Dylan Dubé. Finally, our bottom 6 is starting to produce a little bit too, which is nice. Yeah, so a quick look here. We'll just look at plus minuses here. Pretty good night all around. 2 points there for Domi, Bennett, and Bodker. So the third line starting to produce once again. 9-5-6. Really nice night there for Jake Allen. So I think we'll give Allen another game here. Actually, that's a good game. Let's give him Buffalo. Let's give him back-to-back games here against Buffalo, and then we can throw. It's now, yeah, okay. We don't have RFAs. Then we can throw Binghamton back in against Boston, which is not going to be easy. But actually, Boston's not doing good this year. But yeah, so let's keep Allen in because he had a really good night there against Florida. Let's keep him in here against the Buffalo Sabres. Quick update there at the standings, 32 points. Again, still a logjam in a division, but we're still up there, which is nice to see. We do have 2 games at hand on Edmonton, who we're tied with. So again, that's nice to see. All right. Again, let's just try and keep the points going, keep the winning going. Jake Allen with a really good night there. Back-to-back wins here on this Eastern swing. Let's see if we can keep it going against the Sabres. First period, 2-0 Flames. Gaudreau Domi, second period, nothing. Third period, do we hang on? We do. They get 1 goal again, making it close. Dylan Cousins, but another good night for Jake Allen and the Flames as we get our 3rd straight win there against Eastern opponents. 2-point night there for Gaudreau. Again, we're starting to see a lot. I don't know if we're seeing a lot more offense of our top six, but a little bit more consistency. Another good night for Jake Allen, 9-6-3. My God, Allen's having a good stretch here. I wonder if we should leave him in against Boston. Boston's not a good team, 9-14-3. Do we just ride Jake Allen, the hot hand right now? I know it's only been 2 games, but let's try riding Jake Allen. Again, Binghamton's by far our number 1 goalie. He's going to get the net back, but I wonder if we just ride Jake Allen at this point. He's having a good stretch here. All right, so yeah, let's do that. Let's continue here against Boston, who's not a good team, remember. This is not the current Boston Bruins. This is, Boston that's probably in a rebuild, or isn't a rebuild, because, we remember when they started blowing their team up last year, the year before, when they traded us Patrice Bergeron, and, Chara retired, and a lot of pieces, that they were used to. Don't even know if they have Pastrnak. We'll have to look on that. Here we go. Let's sim this game against Boston. See if we can keep the winning going. We're on, I think, a 4-game winning streak right now, which is not bad. Let's see if we can keep it going. Here we go. Bruins Flames. They jump out to a 2-0 lead. Again, this is not a good Boston team. We should not lose to this team. Here we go. Second period. Come on, Calgary. There you go from Tatar. We get one from McKinnon. We need to fight back here in the third. At least tie this game up. We cannot lose in regulation to the Boston Bruins. Come on, Calgary. Third period. Big third period here, Flames. Come on. Fuck, I just knew they wouldn't do anything. All right. I don't like to see that because Boston's not a good team. We shouldn't be losing to bad teams. We are a good team. We are a cup contender. We should not be losing these games. Think of the Boston Bruins now if they lost to, a team like Detroit or Ottawa. That just rarely happens, and it shouldn't happen. That's kind of our situation. Not a good night for that second pairing. Anderson and Manson, not much you can do. Jake Allen does go 9-14. Still a decent night for Jake Allen. When it's all said and done. We do, again, lose this one 3-1. We got the Rangers coming up. You know what? I'm going to leave Jake Allen in because, that wasn't a bad night for him. He's still been good. So let's get up to this Ranger game here. It was nice to see that we did go on a mini win streak there. I just want a bit of a longer streak. But if we're not going to go on long streaks, then at least let's turn it around and go back on another mini win streak here. Just go back here to see the season. Just take a quick look here. Again, let's go back to the latter half of this month here. So we went on a 3-game winning streak here, and then we lost to Anaheim, and then we turned it around and went on a 4-game winning, or another 3-game winning streak. So it was 3-game winning streak, a loss, 3-game winning streak, a loss. Let's try and get back onto our winning streak. They're small winning streaks, but they're a start. We can continue to, and winning streaks are just about stringing wins together. That's what it is. Winning streaks make it sound like it's, something you have to go on, but, at the end of the day, it's about stringing wins together. It doesn't matter how we do it. Right now, we're doing it by, winning 3, losing 1, winning 3, losing 1. It doesn't matter. Let's just win games. String as many games. You can look at the last handful of games and say, well, we won 6 of the last 8 games and we lost 2. You can look at it like that in a much bigger perspective. As long as we're winning, as long as we're on the right side of that, and it's reflecting right now in the standings. It was. We were first, but now we're jumped up back down to third by only 2 points. As long as we're in the top 3, stay in the top half of our division, as close to number 1 as we can. Let's just get back on those winning streaks, those little mini winning stretches. Whatever we can to win games here. So let's go. I know it's a lot of ranting, but I just that's what we need to do as this type of a caliber of team. We just need to win as many games and in bunches as well. Instead of going win-loss, because at the end of the day, that will just make us 500. So here we go. Rangers Flames 1-1. Dubé and Philip. I forget how to say his name. Second period, much better period there. McKinnon twice. Third period, do we hang on? Yes, we do. Johnny Gaudreau adds a goal. So again, 4-1 win here. So again, we turn it around after a loss to Boston. Turn it around with a bit of a win streak, bit of a win there. 2-point night there for McKinnon, +3. +4 for Hanifin, and Valimaki looking nice there at +2, turning it around. And Jake Allen, oh my God, he's just staying red hot right now. We got to run with Jake Allen. 9.64. His save percentages have been 9.5 something, 9.6 something, 9.6 something in this one. He was at a 9.1 or 9.2 something, in that loss. But he has been hot right now. That's insane. I did not think Allen was going to go on that run. So we are definitely running and riding his hot hand right now. Excuse me, including these back-to-backs. I mean, if he just continues to perform, that's all that matters. All right, so here we go. We got the Winnipeg Jets, and then we got our first big divisional game of the month of December here against LA coming up. Just a quick look at the standings. LA is dead last in our division, by the way, by 25 points, by quite a bit compared to the rest of our division. They're separated quite a bit, but still, it's good. It's just like Boston. We have to win that game. We cannot afford to lose it. And look what happened with Boston. So let's see if we can keep it going here. 36 points, tied for first in our div. Let's keep it going. Let's keep these wins going. Excuse me. Here against the Jets. All right, here we go. First period, 2-1 Flames, Gaudreau and Lindholm. Second period, yes, we add another Tkachuk. Let's hang on in the third, please. Yes. Again, they make it a lot closer than I feel comfortable with. It's Patrick Laine twice, but again, Nathan MacKinnon coming through with the game-winning goal here in the third period. That's why we acquired that guy, MVP right there. Comes in the big moments. Again, look at our top six. +3 for Tkachuk, +3 for Lindholm, +3 for 3 points for Tkachuk, 3 points for Lindholm, 3 points for MacKinnon. All three of them +1 though. Gaudreau, a point there. He got a goal. Monahan, don't know where the hell he is. There he is, way down here. Doesn't do anything. But again, as long as our top six is starting to produce a little bit more offensively and in the pluses, that's all you can ask for. Since we've made that change there with flipping Gaudreau down with Monahan and Tkachuk up with MacKinnon. Quick look here at Jake Allen. 8-7-0. So his first not good night here for Jake Allen. 8-7-0. His first poor performance in this stretch. So do we put him in though? He has been hot before this stretch. Do we put him in for LA? Or do we put Binghamton back in for LA? And it is a back-to-back. That's a tough one. He had a good... Yeah, that's a tough one. Let's throw Binghamton back in. Just because Allen didn't have a good night here. I don't want him to go back-to-back with poor nights. But, we can easily go back to Jake Allen. He had a good run there for us. We can easily go back to him here. But let's throw let's throw Jordan Binnington back in again. This is a team that we probably should be beating. Bottom of our division, bottom of the NHL standings, which is 25 points. This should be, again, an easy win, but there's no easy wins, especially against these teams. We always find a way to lose them, but we have to get this one. LA is down there, but by the end of the year, they could be back up there in our division. So we still need every divisional game, even against the worst teams in our division. So here we go. Big divisional game here against LAK. Binghamton back in goal. Here we go, first period. Again, they jump up to 2-1 lead. We do get a goal from Tkachuk. Second period, come on, Calgary. Oh my God, where's our offense when you need it? Come on, Flames, massive third period here. We need to win this game. Massive third period. Come on, Flames, please. Yes, thank you. It's like the first time ever they decide to show up in the third period. Lindholm, Domi, Lindholm, completing the hat trick. Big third period for Elias Lindholm, and that second line with Max Domi as well. Or actually, sorry, Domi's on the first line, but still, big night there as we come from behind and win a massive game from behind. Again, a game we should have won anyway, but a big night there. 4-point night for Elias Lindholm, including a hat trick, 3 assists for MacKinnon on that top line, 2 points there for Manson, 2 points for Tkachuk. Looking good there. Monahan and Gaudreau each have a point. And Binghamton, 8-9-3 in his return. Probably could have been a little bit better. We can throw Jake Allen maybe back in goal against Pittsburgh here. Let's do that because, that was an okay night for Binghamton in his return against a weak team too. So let's throw Jake Allen back in, see if he can go back on another big stretch here for us. Again, Binghamton's still our number one goalie. He's still going to be, our number one goalie. But right now, there's a good stretch with Jake Allen. Let's just ride it. All right. Let's get an up look here at our standings. So 40 points right now to lead our division. We have a 3-point cushion on San Jose, which is a nice 4-point cushion on Edmonton there. We kind of caught up in games played, but it's nice to see us back atop our division where we belong. Again, we're stringing back together another 3-game winning streak here. So let's keep it going here against Pittsburgh. Throw Jake Allen back in goal. All right, here we go. Pittsburgh, Calgary, here we go, first period, 2-1 Flames. Monahan finally, Bodker, they get one from Gensel, second period. They do tie it up, or no, we get a goal from Gaudreau, they get one from Malkin. Hang on in the third, Calgary, come on. We do, another goal from Johnny Gaudreau, we hang on for that 4-2 win. That is huge. 3-point night for Johnny Gaudreau, 2-point night for Sean Monahan, really nice night for that second line there. MacKinnon obviously adds a point somewhere in there. And another good night for Jake Allen. So we put him back in goal. Good night for Jake Allen, 9-3-9. We will take it. Let's keep it going against the Jets here. Let's just keep those wins going. 4-game winning streak now. Let's try and stretch it to 5, including a team that we just beat in Winnipeg. Let's see if we can keep it going here. All right, first period. 2-1 for them. Calgary, they have Josh Mercy, Pontus Aberg. We do get one from Yuso. Let's jump back here in the second. Come on, Calgary. They add a goal. Blake Wheeler. It's 3-1 Jets. We need another massive come from behind here in the third. Come on, Flames, please. No, fuck's sakes. All right, we needed that one. Snaps our 4-game winning streak. Again, as long as we're winning bunches here, though. These losses here and there are bound to happen. Just want to limit them as much as possible. And 9-1-4. Again, not a bad night for Jake Allen. And again, as long as he's getting the W's going as well. It's really, it's you know, when you look more at it, it's who's getting the most wins. Is it Allen or Binghamton? And right now, Allen is in this stretch, so let's keep him going. Get up to Nashville here. And it gives Allen a good stretch of sample size to work with. You know, to show that he's not just, you know, a fluke, that he can get it done, you know, in a stretch of games, which is really good to know that we have 2 goalies that could, you know, potentially help us out throughout the season, which is huge for any team. All right, we got Nashville here. Again, just want to take a look. We've now dropped down to second, 42, tied with Edmonton, 43 for San Jose, one ahead of us. Yeah, so it's still a logjam in our division. Bit of a separation there as Anaheim and Arizona are 37, 36 there for Vegas, but still, you know, we want to continue to be at the top, not worry about what's behind us, just continue to win. So here you go, Nashville. And we've passed the 30-game mark. We're almost at the 40-game mark. We'll get up to the halfway mark for sure. So here we go, Nashville. Calgary, 1-0 McKinnon. Granlund, second period. Yes, big goal from Elias Lindholm, third period. Hang on, Calgary. We do. Another goal from Sean Monahan. This one on the power play. Huge win there. 3-1 in regulation. 2-point night for McKinnon, Lindholm. 9-7-0. Excellent night for Jake Allen. 9-7-0. I mean, you can't make that up. He is so hot right now. All right, Chicago. Here we go. Just keep it going, Calgary. Just keep it going. Let's keep winning in bunches here. All right, first period. Hawks Flames. 2-0 Hawks. Yikes. And there's Alex Ovechkin, by the way. So Alex Ovechkin is a member of the Chicago Blackhawks this year. Remember, again, two episodes back, we tried to go after we were going to try and go after Ovechkin in free agency. It was McKinnon, Larkin, and Ovechkin who were the top 3 guys this year in free agency. We never did see where Larkin and Ovechkin went because they kind of just signed. We didn't see where they decided to go. It looks like Alex Ovechkin has decided to go to the Chicago Blackhawks. So his 3rd team after spending so many years with Washington, 2 years with the Arizona Coyotes, and now he's a member of the Chicago Blackhawks. That's interesting. I don't know how Chicago's doing this year. He does score. He is a member of the Hawks. Him and DeBrincat make it 2-0. Second period, Flames. 3-0. All right, come on, Calgary. Come on. Big third period again. No, we can't. We seem not to be able to come back from, you know, when we're down in the third period like we used to. So the key for us is just don't get down in games like this. That is our first time that we've been shut out in a while too. -2 for Hannafin and Valimaki. Bodker as well. Just not a good night all around. 8-7-1 for Jake Allen. Again, one poor night, but can he turn it around? You know, it's 2 losses in the last 3. We'll give him one more game here against Mini and see what he can do. And then we got some back-to-back divisional games here, you know, on Christmas Eve and Christmas here. Christmas Day, as it looks like the NHL's deciding to play on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for some reason. But here we go. Let's give him a game here against Mini. See if he can kind of regain himself here. All right, here we go. First period against the Wild. 1-0 for Minnesota. Second period, where's our offense? Hello, offense. Come on, Calgary. Show up in the third period for once, please. Come on, Calgary. All right, we tied up. Elias Lindholm. We got a point out of this. Let's get that extra point. Come on, Calgary. Battle back. Let's get that extra point. How about in the shootout? Fuck's sakes. Come on, Calgary. We have such an elite team in the shootout. What the hell is going on? All right, we get 1 point, but I wanted to see much better out of the Calgary Flames in this one. Offense has kind of gone dry in the last couple games here. 9-6-8, pretty good night for Jake Allen. He's not the problem. It's our offense not showing up. So now we got some divisional games. We have to show up here. We're lucky to still be second in our division after losing 3 of our last 4. But we do need to start showing up now, or else we will sink in our division. As you can see, we're only 1 point ahead of Edmonton there for third. Still a few points there ahead, 3 points ahead of Anaheim. But still, we want to be up there where San Jose is, who's 2 points ahead of us. So huge games here. Again, I know LA and Arizona are at the bottom of our standings. But again, by the end of the year, we're only halfway through the season. By the end of the season, they could propel and be up top and fighting for a playoff spot for us. So we want to make sure we're putting them as far back as possible. I don't care how far back they are. We want to keep pushing them back. So in the standings, that is. So let's get these 2 wins. Actually 3. We got Vegas coming up here after the Christmas break too, which is for some reason not on Christmas. But again, scheduling, I don't know who made it, but 3 divisional games in a row. And Vegas is the team that we're trying to catch, right? No, Vegas is below us. It's San Jose. But still, we need these games. So 3 games against our division again, just like that last 3-game stretch at the beginning of this month. We have to win all 3 in regulation. Here we go. We're going to start with Jake Allen in goal. Arizona Coyotes. Calgary Flames. Let's get these wins in regulation. This could really hurt us if we don't win these games. Here we go. Flames and Yotes. 2-0 Calgary. That's what you want to see. Kachuk Gaudreau. Second period, they add a goal. Here we go. We have to hang on in the third in regulation. Come on, Flames. We do. All right. So 2-1. We'll take it. I'm not even going to look at the stats there. Let's just move on here. LAK. Let's get this one in regulation. All right. And we'll keep Allen in goal. Or should we put Binghamton in? Let's throw Binghamton back in because it's back-to-back. I don't want Binghamton to sit too long either. We've been riding Allen a lot this month in the last month and a half, but let's throw Binghamton in here. Again, worst team in our div, so should be an easy game, but of course we're going to find a way to lose it. But we really can't. Let's get these points in regulation. Here we go. First period. 2-0 Flames. Lindholm Kachuk. Second period. Yes, 5-0 Flames. Manson, Domi, Monahan. Hang on in the third. We do. Shutout there for Jordan Binghamton. McKinnon adds a goal. And that is what we should be doing against teams like LA and Boston. Teams that are that below us in the standings. And we're an elite team at the top of the NHL. They are a bad team at the bottom of the NHL. This is the result it should be, like 6-0. All right, McKinnon, Gaudreau, Monahan, all... or 3-point nights for McKinnon, Monahan, 2-point night for Monahan and Lindholm. Excuse me, Gaudreau, McKinnon, I should say. Getting ahead of myself. But looking good from our top 6 and a 31 save shutout performance for Binghamton. So you know what? Let's throw Binghamton now in this game against Vegas. He's coming off a good shutout performance. Having the ability to go back and forth between Binghamton and Allen is huge. There's actually 2 more divisional games after this one as well, so it's actually a 5-game divisional stretch. So let's play all 5 games of these, and then we'll probably end this episode here. So let's get right into this Vegas game. These are 5 games that really could decide our season. I know it's early, but they really are. 5 divisional games. Here we go. First period, 2-1. Kachuk, Lindholm. They get one from Alex Tuck. They have a big second period here where they take the lead with William Carlson and Jonathan Marshall. So we need to fight back in the third. Come on, Calgary. It's not been our best periods, but we have to find a way. We tie it up. All right. McKinnon and Monahan, they do get one from Stone. I don't want to give a point to Vegas, but we did. We just need to get that extra point now. We have to get that extra point. They can't get that extra point. Come on, Calgary. Have one in the shootout. Yeah, we'll take it. All right. That's a pretty big shootout. A lot of shooters there in this one. Scoring. Goalies did not do anything in the shootout, it looks like. But Oliver Shillington and Josh Manson even shot in the shootout. Erasmus Sanders. We went deep into the shootout here. But we got it at the end of the day. 5-4. We'll take it. We'll take it. Don't want to give up a point. But again, we will take it. 8-2-2 for Jordan Binghamton. Do we throw Jake Allen back in goal? I think we do. Oh, Scott Wilson. I was like, that's just a 4th-line player. That's an easy replace for us. All right, let's go into here. Let's throw Nick Shore back in. And then we will end this episode after these divisional games, because I believe it's gone pretty long. Jake Allen, throw you in there. So let's finish these last 2 divisional games to end off the 2023 calendar year and begin the 2024 calendar year. And the halfway point of the season. All right. Actually, it'll be the exact halfway point of the season. It will be exactly 41 games, which is nice. All right. Jump into this game against Vancouver. Again, massive divisional game. We need this one in regulation. All right, here we go. First period against the Canucks. Nothing. Second period. 2-1 Flames. Monahan Dubé hang on in the third in regulation. Yes, we do. We add one from, they get one from Killorn, and we get one from Lindholm. We will hang on to that one. Quickly here. More just interested in Jake Allen. 926, good night for Jake Allen, who's back in goal. And let's start off the 2024 calendar year with a massive game against the team that's ahead of us, technically in the standings. We're tied with them in points with 53, but they have a game in hand. We can obviously take the lead into our division here. We will just continue without Scott Wilson for now. And let's see if we can jump back into first to kick off the calendar year here with a win against San Jose. Come on, Calgary. Massive divisional game here. This is a team that could be fighting with us for first in our div and top of our div by the end of the year. Come on, Calgary. San Jose Flames, they jump up to a 1-0 lead. Evander Kane, come on. Second period, Calgary win this game. Fuck's sakes. Come on, Calgary. Massive third here. Massive third. 3 straight goals, Calgary. Come on. Fuck. We get 2, but then they get 3. Fuck. That's not a loss you want. All right. So we ended off with a loss. Not even going to look at the standings or at the thing there. Sam Bennett's now been injured. Fuck's sakes. Till the 22nd. All right. So I'm going to have to quickly just edit that into here. So obviously now I'm just gonna, we'll throw Shore up there for now. I'll take a look at this in the next episode. Throw Scott Wilson in without, you know, one of our bottom 6 players, but still one of our significant bottom 6 players. All right, so we will end this episode here. I think it's gone pretty long, but now we're at the exact halfway point of the season. We now sit second in our division, which is much better than how we started this episode off. You know, this month of December and latter half of January or latter half of November was much better. We did turn it around. Again, we'll look at this in the next episode. But we did get, the big thing is we got a lot of divisional wins in here, which was nice. And we got a lot of cluster wins in here. A lot of mini win streaks. They were only like 3 games, but they were huge. They were still huge. You know, we like 1-3, lost 1. 1-3, lost 1. 1-4, lost 1. 1-2, lost 1. Like, I mean, we still had enough clutter wins in there. And it shows in the standings, like I said. 53 points. We're 2 back of San Jose for first in our division. But you can see we got a little bit of separation now in some of those other teams. We're, 5 points ahead of Edmonton, who's below us now for third. We are 6 points ahead of Anaheim. Then we got a bit of a padding there. Almost 10 points ahead, 9 points ahead of Arizona and Vegas. And then Vancouver and LA look like they're, you know, they're going to be bottom feeders. Again, halfway point, a lot can change, but there's a lot more separation in our division than, you know, to start this episode and then all of last year. So that's nice to see. You want to see separation in our division because that means if we can stay at the top, you know, then we don't have to worry about teams below us like we did last year and coming down to game 82 to make the playoffs. So we'll end this episode here. Much better episode, much better turnaround since we made those line changes. Gaudreau back with Monahan, Kachuk up there with McKinnon. Special teams probably looks much better. Well, again, we'll take a look at it to start the next episode. Just hopefully we improved in special teams as well. I think we improved all around. That's a much better episode. 24, 12, and 5 at the halfway point. We'll take it. Second in our division, we will take it. So we'll end episode 36, I think it is here, and we'll get into the rest of the simming and up to the trade deadline, of course, in the next episode, episode 37.